Raised in an abusive home, Dolores is a mother of 5 who has fought a long battle with addiction, but is now clean and sober. Carl moved to San Francisco in the 70s to make a go of it, and he did for a while. He even took in a mother and her 2 children so they would have a roof over their heads. Their stories of how they got here are different, but to many, Dolores and Carl are the same. They're homeless. Stories Behind the Fog reveals the diversity and humanity of homelessness in an effort to challenge the single-minded view of them. Stories Behind the Fog is one of the 70 Bay Area media outlets and organizations who have committed to shining a spotlight on many issues surrounding homelessness right in San Francisco. The initiative is called the SF Homeless Project, and as part of the project, KTVU will be featuring several in-depth stories about this growing crisis all week long, right here during the 4 on 2. And today in the 4x4, we are taking 4 minutes during the 4 to learn more about the people behind the crisis.
Kiba, we are joined by Dia Guha, producer at Free Range Puppies, the creative group that runs the Stories Behind the Fog project, and Francisco Guijarro, co-founder and creative director. Thank you both for coming in. Francisco, let me begin with you in this story of Moses, a homeless individual on the streets of San Francisco. Tell me about his journey and your journey with him.
So Moses and I met in 2007 when I was studying at the Academy of Art University, and back then we made a short film together that ended up sparking a story that we documented for 10 years. That footage that we recorded for 10 years is going to be released as a feature-length documentary next year, and it's a journey of transformation where Moses reclaims his life, his family, an unbelievable past as a gifted musician.
What did Moses teach you in that journey? What did you learn about him?
He ended up affecting my life in a positive way. I quit advertising, the commercial side of the business, and I ended up embarking myself on a documentary filmmaking career. So.
Yeah, let me talk with you, because the whole idea, or tell me what the idea is of this project.
So Stories Behind the Fog is going to be a book with 100 compiled stories of homelessness in San Francisco, and we're going to publish it with the book. But it is beyond that. It is a digital platform now where we are reflecting stories of homelessness, and we want to connect storytellers and artists to take these stories further in their own form of art, because we believe that compelling storytelling can make people connect with media, policymakers, the citizens, and advocates.
Yeah, I think, though, I live in San Francisco, as do both of you, and my interaction with the homeless is obviously when I pass them on the streets. Is there some motivation behind what you do to make it so that we're not just passing these people?
That's the thing, it's like breaking that barrier that we have, right? So the motivation is the storytelling. People love watching films, people like watching photographs, people like reading books. So it's like piercing that barrier that we have. And for me personally, Moses was just another unknown face when I met him on the streets too. So that's why we are encouraging and inspiring young people and artists, or old people or artists, to take the stories further and get into the narrative, and because nobody's born homeless, right? Something happened to them.
And Moses was the first.
Moses
that
the
kind
first.
of got you to where you are today with this project.
Moses is the first story of Stories Behind the Fog.
Francisco, do you feel like when you get to know someone who is living on the streets a little bit more, and you understand their story more, that there's a better chance as you move along the road of getting that individual off the streets, trying to make that personal connection to find out where they were, you know, maybe as a teenager, as a child growing up, to where they are today? And by doing that, you can convince them to come on this journey and get off the streets?
I do believe so. I think human interaction makes a difference. In Moses' case, he reconnected with his family members who thought that he was dead after 30 years of disconnection. And the trigger of that was the relationship that not only me, but other storytellers had with Moses. So through us, he ended up reconnecting.
What did Moses tell you today in your conversations?
He calls me brother. You know, we talk every day. He's doing fantastic nowadays. He secured housing in San Pablo. He's playing music again.
So it can happen. Someone who is living on the streets can get a second chance.
We believe that, and that's human interaction. That's the key. it's just like breaking down that single-minded view of homelessness. It's just that one conversation, that's all that it takes.
And it'll be interesting to see, though, if your stories apply that political pressure that's needed to make a change. Are you frustrated with what you're seeing in the city?
Frustrated and probably very saddened,
Yeah.
because personally, me coming from India, like, I'm pretty immune to seeing homelessness back home. But when I came to San Francisco, like one of the richest city in the country, I could not believe my eyes. And that was one of my, being an artist, being a student, I thought this is my only tool that I have, and let's do something about it, and here we are.
Well, congratulations
Yes.
to you both, and thank you for what you are doing when it comes to trying to get the homeless off the streets and tell their stories. I think it's very powerful. So, Francisco Guijarro, Dia Gua, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you both. Much success. We posted links to the stories behind the fog and free-range puppies on KTVU.com. Just click on web links. Also, for more information about the San Francisco Homeless Project, be sure to go to KTVU.com/homeless. There you will find all of the stories and video that we've done about the issue, as well as a list of online resources to get some help if you or someone you know is dealing with homelessness.